The NCAA hosts a conference every January to discuss and debate new topics and regulations that they would like to see put in place. This past January, as the SAC president for Albion College, I had the opportunity to go down and listen to some of the hot topics of discussion. This year's hot topic of discussion was football's non-traditional season in the spring and whether they should be allowed contact in practice or not. The new rule that would be put in place would allow 3 of the 14 days would allow them to have contact and wear pads. For an athletic training standpoint, Katie, can you tell us a little bit about your opinion?
First, the resources would be the main issue. Most Division III schools like Albion don't physically have enough bodies to be able to cover a spring ball. That would mean that the sports that already exist in the spring would lose their athletic trainer when most athletic trainers are already double covering. Second would be a health concern, that athletes shouldn't be risking their health or especially risking concussions, especially when they won't be seeing competition until the fall.
For sure, absolutely. For an athlete standpoint, Olivia, do you have anything you would like to say?
As an athlete, I personally think that football players should be able to wear pads just because when we're young, we're taught to go 110% all times, but in the spring when the football players aren't allowed to wear pads, they're not doing that. Also, as a basketball player here, I know I wouldn't be liked being told what I cannot do in a certain time, just depending on what season it is.
Sure. Great opinions. So it turns out the only 2 parties from the NCAA that supported it were National SAC, so the student athletes were in support of this new legislation. The medical board, as Katie said, actually took a stand this year and said they were not in favor of this legislation passing. The only other group that was in favor of it was the football committee. So there's just a little bit of background. We would love to hear some of your opinions.